Grazie al commissario Sala. Abbiamo giustamente ringraziato tutti i partecipanti a queste due belle giornate, però vorrei anche ringraziare lo staff di Expo 2015 che ha lavorato nei mesi precedenti per questo appuntamento, in particolare tutti i nostri amici ed amiche della Direzione Affari Internazionali guidata da Stefano Gatti, cui va il ringraziamento per queste due belle giornate di lavoro. Grazie. Vicente Loscertales, segretario generale del BIE, che non ha nessun bisogno di essere presentato.
Well, dear Minister Dassou, dear Commissioner General Sala, dear Beppe, dear Commissioner Generals, friends, and distinguished guests to this meeting. Today, less than 15 months away from the opening date, I would like to express, first of all, my satisfaction for having had the opportunity to come to this meeting. These cluster meetings represent, a very, very big portion of the success of the Expo. We have here over 70 countries, 72, or 75, I'm not sure, but that means more than half of the countries. And also, a big development in the thematic areas of the Expo and a very strong element in the success of the Expo. The expectations are growing day by day. The public are expecting very much from this Expo, and there is still a great deal of work to be done. Expo is the result of an effort of international cooperation. I have said that many times, but I will repeat that until we finish the Expo. And a successful Expo is the result of an effort which involves concerted action, that means work together, and mutual support. This is one of the reasons why, amongst any other international event, Expos are by far the most challenging. It's not just an organizer preparing a stage, it's the international community working together, creating an event. Having concluded this successful process of international recruitment, we did now to shift to what I will call the management mode. Now the relationships have been initiated. We are all here, but we need to build these relations and to materialize this relation in a tangible and visible object, which is the Expo. We need to foster this relation. We need to continue working in the 15 months until the opening and the 6 months after that in order to create this successful event. And this is of particular importance in the clusters, where for the first time in the history of Expos, countries are not grouped by geography, but rather in accordance with elements which are very strongly linked to the theme. They are pertaining to the theme Feeding the Planet, Energy for Life. This element in itself produces a new and exciting challenge for Expos. Whereas in the past, participants relied solely on their connection to the organizer, this new model brings a strong interdependence between participants themselves. And I will say more, participants themselves, but also, companies and also other elements of civil society. Therefore, it is now vital to focus on managing participation in the best and most effective manner possible, not only with the organizer, which has the responsibility of creating the cluster, but between yourselves as well. I cannot stress enough the importance that all the participants in the clusters represent, and I have said at the beginning, the success of the Expo. With over half of the participants being located in clusters, you together will all form the key element in the thematic development of this Expo and will constitute the most visible and attractive joint element in the Expo. Within the clusters, you will have your own individual exhibition spaces, But only through the close collaboration and cooperation between yourselves, the common spaces in each country will succeed in extending and enhancing your presence and the messages of the expos, and the messages also of your own country. In fact, the uniqueness of expos, and therefore the real strength, lie in this interdependence between participant and organizer. This is also the biggest challenge and the biggest risk. Expo depends very much, first, on understanding the interdependence, and second, on managing it appropriately from both sides, participants and organizers. The readiness of a pavilion on the opening date is extremely critical to the integrity of the Expo. When the gates of Expo 2015 open to the public, all pavilions must be ready, all the clusters have to be prepared, and all of you have to be open to receive the millions of visitors and to fulfill the expectations. It is therefore vital for participants to continue working hand in hand with the organizer to ensure that we all are able to meet the deadlines and be ready to open the doors, as I said, in the 1st of May 2015. The quality of pavilions has to be the top priority. The theme, Feeding the Planet Energy for Life, is a truly global theme which concerns all humankind. We have spoken many times about that. The closer the pavilion will be to the theme, the higher the quality of the visitor experience. And in the cluster, that has to be extremely high and extremely important. Clusters require more coordination because there are multiple participants involved. It is vital that all the countries that are present here today are able to deliver a project that captures your own national view on the theme, that reflects the diversity of identities, and it is truly rooted on the resources of each participating country. However, I would like to stress that the success of the participant depends on the ability of the organizer to provide guidance and support. I am convinced that in this 2 days meeting, the participants has shown, the organizer has shown to all of you, how well prepared they are, how much they have thought about these clusters, and how ready they are to cooperate with you for the success of these clusters. In the last participants meeting, I said that the organizer is like the director of an orchestra. It has to be able to balance discipline and improvisation. Therefore, I consider each cluster a fundamental chorus where success is the key to disseminate the wonderful symphony that I know we all want Expo 2015 to be. In order to success, the organizer will have to provide a specific milestone in each participant to ensure operational readiness in all areas. The Commissioner General has explained that the infrastructure, the logistics, the suppliers, the catering, the communication, and so on will be ready, and they're offering you all the necessary elements in order you can prepare well your presentation. Processes, milestone, and deadline have to be stated and has to be respected in a clear and timely way. Because of the diversity of participation in each cluster, a one-size-fits-all approach cannot work. The organizer must build into its participant management strategy the ways and the tools to respond to the diversity of resources and means available to all participants. I would like to point out that even if each cluster is dedicated to a particular product or to a particular, number of products, the visitors will have a high expectation to explore and discover all the wonders of your countries, their diversity, their traditions, and to learn how two countries, thousands of kilometers apart, can have such cultural similarities which have evolved around food and nutrition. If we remember, literature about the corn civilization, Miguel Ángel Asturias, the men of corn, if we see all the cosmogony about the rice and the creation of cultures, and we see, the Central American mythologies In all these things, you see there is a very strong element which is linked to the basic product of subsistence, which gives, conform the civilization of a country, and that many thousands of kilometers from each other. Well, in order to achieve this result, I'm sure you will all agree that clarity must be a key underlying value. Expos have to speak with the same language, even if everyone speaks with his own language and has a different cultural tradition. And the organizer have to ensure that this dialogue is clear and is timely, and all the resources are there to support the participants. Then, to conclude, we have first shared a vision, and Milan Expo has provided a new element to this vision, which is the existence of this cluster. Then we have transformed this vision in a plan, and now we need concrete actions. We need to see and touch and enjoy that. All along the preparations, the submission of key documents, such as the theme statement, the exhibition plan, and others, would not be understood simply as administrative acts. Each interaction, formal or informal, individual or in a group, like today, is the core of an exchange between all of us, organizers, participants, and also the BIE, which is not only the regulatory body, but is, the sentinel which have to take care of the legacy and the value of expos. Only by sharing responsibility can we prepare our expo in the remaining months and ensure that the very first visitor crossing the gate in 2015, as much as the last one, will be able to enjoy a complete and rich expo in which the clusters will play an essential role. I will like to thank all the staff of the Expo company, all of you, representatives of the countries, also all the people, institutions which have made possible, this meeting, and I will have to declare that I will probably be one of the first to go and visit the clusters and see if they are up to our expectations. I'm sure they will. Thank you very much.
Davvero molte grazie, signor Segretario Generale. Il governo italiano ha garantito un grande sostegno all'Esposizione Universale, un lavoro molto intenso. Protagonista di questo lavoro in tante occasioni con noi è stato il Vice Ministro Marta Dassù, che è qui con noi stasera, e la ringraziamo molto per essere, e la ascoltiamo con grande piacere.
Grazie.